Did you know there are 51 new game releases on Steam every single day? Well, now you do, and most of them go unnoticed and only have a couple of players in their lifetime. So I thought to myself, if there are so many new games every day, there have to be some hidden gems underneath them that no one has found yet. That's why I went to look for games that had 0 reviews and came out in the last week. I quickly found a few, and after stealing the credit card of my roommate, I had enough funds to hop onto the first game. The name is Dead Hours or Dead Hour Z. Not entirely sure, but it claims to be a post-apocalyptic survival game. When starting a new game, you find yourself in a living room with these 4 magnificent looking individuals. I immediately started exploring to see what I can do. This is insane. I always dreamed of a zombie apocalypse. It feels like I'm living in a video game. Well, about that, buddy. I already miss my friends. This is going to be so boring. Okay, can I interact with anything else here? Looks like we can eat. What does this even indicate? Can I just give them different markers? I don't think there's anything else we can do here. So yeah, the only options seem to be the living room and the dinner table that had no instructions and the back button that starts the next day. That next day was the previous one all over again. And just when I felt like a pro bodybuilder from going through this many cycles, I got to move outside. Oh, we can actually move. Holy, we are in this now. Alright, let's check out the car first. Is there anything we can take? I'm spamming E just to see if anything happens. I guess I can't go into the car. Do they have mail? I can't interact with anything so far. You can't go this way. I quickly learned that there's not much to interact with in this game besides the one quest that's given every time you leave the house. So despite walking all the way to the right and all the way to the left to explore the boundaries, I found nothing worth noting. This meant that the only point of interest seemed to be the neighbor's house, just like my future wife will feel like once I'm starting to board. After walking there, I triggered the first cutscene of the game. Oh, I could interact. I couldn't go in, but I could interact. More pizza. Oh my god. There's a gun. I found a gun. On day 5 then, someone was complaining about running low on resources and left. Since I still hadn't figured out how to eat or drink, I couldn't be mad at him. On day 6 we finally got some action again because a very tough individual, which was indicated by his biker jacket, wanted to get some new resources. Once again the quest was just to go to the neighbor's house, and this time around we finally encountered some enemies. Oh, there's someone. The shooting with our newfound gun though felt extremely weird, as there was no crosshair or anything similar. Let's give him a warning shot here. I missed. However, because the speed of the zombies was about the speed I have when I get myself ready in the morning, I was able to take them down fairly easy. Shots does it take? It takes 4 shots to take him down. The bodies unfortunately were not lootable, but I found some gas in the garage and figured out that you can loot the nearby car for more supplies. Then, however, this happened. Food in there. Wait, that's now it? Ooh, there's a grave. Is it what I think it is? Is it that my friends just died because I don't know which buttons are there to feed them? Yeah, that was one of our friends we just buried there, I guess. This was reason enough for me to get back to the Steam page to search for any clues on how to feed them, and there I saw a video of the devs playing, which meant on day 6 the 2 lifeless dolls finally got to eat and drink. With full bellies, day 11 then finally had some gun action again. Oh my god. A new weapon. We're gonna gun them down. I now realized how repetitive everything was, because the only goal here was to shoot the 3 zombies and then loot the 3 cars. The zombies in this game were actually so slow and easy to take down that I started to mess with them to squeeze out the tiniest bit of excitement from this game. Almost got me, buddy. Almost got me. Gotcha. Back home it was the usual sitting and staring in the living room, and then some more sitting and staring at the dinner table. From time to time there were some people at the door trying to trade stuff. It was usually food for drinks or ammo for food, but that's about it. I was just about to quit on day 15 when I got to visit another area, and after some initial excitement, it never shows how we ride in the car, it just shows us being at a new place, and there is a zombie manager now. I once again was tasked to kill 3 zombies and loot some cars before getting a new weapon, and that's it. Then on day 18 we got this encounter at our door. Join my team and we can head to a safer location together. Yes! Welcome aboard. I survived! We did it, guys. Overall, guys, this game just gets too repetitive too quickly, and that's why I wouldn't recommend it. For $2, I might even call it a scam, but maybe it's a solo dev, so I don't want to be mean. The next game is called Dinosaur World, and the description says, Dinosaur World is a survival game about dinosaurs. Well, that's pretty straightforward, so let's dive straight in. At the start of the game, you are put at a beach with a typical survival game interface. After really taking the view in, I had a quick break off camera and then explored the game for a bit. How does stuff even work? Cut down some trees to collect wood, axe. I just used my water. I thought I could select it first and then drink it. I guess we just got rid of a very valuable resource. Holy shit! What is that? Is it friendly? Is anyone friendly? Are you friendly? That's how I learned that you first need gear to fight these beasts, and upon respawning I tried to take a different route. But whenever you go in a direction in this game, there's more dinosaurs spawning in and the game lags a bit. Oh my... Holy shit. So after letting everything settle a bit, I went for the first quest of collecting 30 wood. But no matter what I did, the trees never dropped anything. So I got a bit distracted by the nearby stuff in the ocean and went there for a bit. Pick up. Oh my. It says pick up. We can actually do something. With this newfound excitement, I went at the trees again, and I don't know if I'd just been incredibly unlucky before, or if it was bugged, but this time a massive log came down and penetrated my entire body. Luckily, I'm made out of air and was able to collect the materials unharmed. From now on, every tree gave me wood, also this one I literally farmed inside the mountain. After a short encounter with what I thought would be a plant eater... Hello, big guy. Wait, he's attacking. Aren't they like... I thought they were like vegan. I realized that you don't even need a pickaxe to farm stones, because you can just hit rocks with your starter axe. Hell yeah. Wait, we instantly got iron. What is that? Sulfur? After completing the first quest, the game then wanted me to make a blueprint that required some other materials I once again had to farm, and that's why I got distracted again and tried to make a bow and arrow instead. This required a furnace to melt the iron that we gathered from the rocks to make the arrow tips. Additionally, I made ropes from leaves, and with that it was almost time to hunt. The furnace became a problem though, because it said I need to turn it on. But when pressing the button, it said it needs fuel, but not which kind of fuel. I then tried to spam a couple of things and somehow got it to work to finally get 10 arrows and the bow ready. My first target was this coconut crab, and with the precision of prime Legolas, I hit my shot. It doesn't do any damage. Reload. Reload! For some reason the game decided it's impossible to reload no matter how many arrows you have, and I got so frustrated I quit the game and left this review. I let a few days pass and then I felt like this couldn't be it, because I remembered the video on the Steam page that showed people flying and so much more in this game, and that's why I wanted to give it another shot. Playing off camera then actually helped me figure out a lot of things, and I got to experience the build mode for the first time that reminded me a lot of Fortnite. I also built a water collector that took so long to generate water that I was thinking about drinking my pee IRL. Oh, and also this campfire that was described as a light source. So yeah, after dying there because of the thirst, I figured out that you can pick your stuff up again and crafted a torch that actually lit things up, and this cauldron. I was now progressing very fast with the quests and wanted to give the taming another try. When getting close to an enemy, it says they need to be at 10% HP. So the only logical solution with an enemy of this size was to yeet them right out of the park, baby! But on a more serious note, I tried it with a smaller enemy, and then it said I needed 200 raw meat to tame him. So I went for an even smaller enemy, and now it wanted 50 mackerels. I was really frustrated at this point and wanted to quit again when I realized it said I could craft guns now. However, even that last spark of hope was destroyed, because after gathering the necessary materials, it did not let me craft them. This was the final straw for me, and I just tried to break the game at this point and somehow managed to after spamming enough buttons. It could go only up from here on our search for a hidden gem. The next game was called Haunted Hues and it describes itself as a story-rich mystery RPG. Despite being free, it looks like it has a lot of potential. You start out as an art curator called LaRue. Your task from here on out is to talk to every mouse with an exclamation point above their head, because if they are kind enough, they will give you money. The mice sometimes have a funny dialogue with you, but sometimes they just want to ask about the art or similar things. After exploring the place for a bit, I saw a creature that wasn't a mouse and spoke to him with the finest voice acting.
Ask away, it's not like I was busy today.
You must be, Bartley.
Looks like I've made quite a splash already, just wait until you see what I have to offer.
Alright, I've heard enough, let me give you an offer. Offer what you want, but know that I don't come cheap. Let's see what you got. The game then explained that you have to blindly bid on the art. You can choose any amount that you have on you, and since my first attempt was to lowball him, he told me to fuck off and I had to seek for another art seller. After some more incredible voice acting...
Hey Marvin, look, it's the guy the boss was looking for. Huh? What? Where? Over there, you idiot. Oh hey, look, it's the guy the boss is looking for.
I experienced some major performance issues but encountered this distinguished gentleman. Oh my god, what are you? Are you a weasel? His head is bigger than his body. He didn't have much to say, that's why my search continued. Afterwards I found Opal, who was willing to sell me art. And this time I wanted to make sure I'd bet enough right away, and it worked. So this time we're gonna highball a little bit. Let's see, 300. Oh, we got it. This then ended the day, but little did I know, this is where it gets really weird. So that was the day, and it just spawned us back. Survive? Wait, what do you mean survive? After you passed out, I brought you here. After everyone left, these creatures emerged. There's a crocodile. Oh my god, there's another one. Oh no. Since the crocodile's movement was so janky, I channeled my inner redneck and started to mess with them, which meant I died right away. Wait. I died. This warped us right back to the art gallery with the mice without any explanation. But other than that, it was the same day all over again. I found Bartley and this time made a proper offer right away. This then immediately ended the day and we once again got graded an A+, and once again the night started. Since Jacob was about as helpful as my lawyer after the incident back in 2009, I explored the gallery again just to find a ghost tiger hunting me this time. Will this go after me if I approach? Yeah, I guess it is. For once I didn't troll around to see what happens after the full 3 minutes. 10 more seconds. And we survive the night. $360. Yes! You're not half bad. Thank you for playing. Try again for better score and new outcomes. Wait, that's it? That is it. Reputation 56, currency 150. Because it's free I couldn't be mad, but it's also not a hidden gem, that's why I gave it this review. The last game is called Dragon Dodge and it says it will embark on an epic adventure. The end goal is to defeat the Wicked King for his legendary helmet, and I was really invested reading this. I immediately hopped into the campaign mode and my first feelings were, this is just like Space Invaders on crack. Nice. So this is just Space Invaders on crack, isn't it? Yeah, like I said, bro. The game mechanics are very simple. You move from left to right and shoot firebolts. Additionally, you have 3 lives that you can refill by collecting golden dragons, and also some mana that uses blue dragons to refill. During the game there are plenty coming your way, so if you dodge efficiently, you have enough resources at all times. I got through a bunch of levels fairly quickly and was enjoying this game a lot. I then however realized there was no way to tell how far you progressed outside of the round itself. So I clicked the exit button after round 5 just to see all my progress wasn't saved if I leave the campaign. Since this was as convenient as using a cactus as a toothbrush, I wanted to check out how many levels there are to begin with. And let me tell you, you will not guess how many there are, because it's not 30, not 40, it's 90 fucking levels for you to play through non-stop. I was so frustrated at this point because this could have really been our hidden gem. That's why I bought a cosmetic that made my dragon green like the Hulk and went on a revenge arc to smash this entire campaign in one sitting. Oh, we died.